Zing, Kate Casey.
Welcome back for another episode of Reality Life with Kate Casey, and Happy New Year. I'm so excited about today's episode. Chris DeRosa is back with me in this new year, and we have a lot to unpack. We're going to talk about this past season of the Kardashians on Hulu. I'm going to get Chris caught up to speed. We're going to talk about how Kim did not pass the California bar exam, my real concerns about Kourtney's marriage, and how Kylie never has to talk about her love life with a famous actor on the show. Then we get into Heated Rivalry, which has become a cultural obsession. I was away for the holiday and I started to see all of these videos of people in bars watching a season finale of a series and just losing their minds. So immediately I was like, what is this all about? It's become a sleeper hit that seems to be taking North America by storm. Originally published in 2019 by Canadian author Rachel Reid as part of her Game Changer series, it's a gay sports romance centered on Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov. They're two elite professional hockey players who begin as bitter rivals on the ice. And then over the course of about a decade, that rivalry evolves into a secret romantic and sexual relationship. It's a slow burn. It's this forbidden romance, a story about ambition, pride, longing, self-acceptance, and it's all wrapped up in the high-stakes world of professional sports. It's been adapted into this television series. It is created, written, and directed by Jacob Tierney, and people say that it stays remarkably faithful to the structure of the book. So we talk about the series and why women in particular seem to love the story so much. Chris, of course, has his opinions, and I think that if anybody has watched the series, you're going to enjoy this conversation. And then Chris gives some suggestions on some other scripted series that he has been watching. We are so excited about the new year. There's so many reality shows that are out this week. For example, Traitors is back on Peacock. Make sure that you go to my What to Watch list at katecasey.substack.com and go through the list because there are a lot of reality TV premieres this week. And of course, there are always fantastic documentaries also included in the list, and I don't want you to miss out on any of them. So for all the people in your life that have been texting you about Heated Rivalry, this is a great episode for you to dip into. As always, I want to make sure that you're in the Facebook group too, Reality Life with Kate Casey, and that you're subscribed to this show and you leave a 5-star review. I'm so excited about this new year. So many great things are coming down the pipeline, so many great interviews. And as always, I'm so glad that you're with me for this ride. So again, this episode, we're going to talk about the Kardashians. This past season, they just had the finale. So if you didn't have time to watch, don't worry, I cut you up. And then also Heated Rivalry, which you can watch on HBO Max. Here's my interview with Chris. Chris, welcome back. 2026.
2026, baby.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah, I love January. I know everyone hates it. I know everyone's like, it's cold. January, February to me is a time to like be building, moving. To quote Lenithia Leaks herself, moving in silence, move in silence. And like, I have like a thing that I want to write that I'm like, I need to write it in the next 2 weeks before I fly to you in 2 weeks. I need to write it and at least the outline and have it like this is what it will be. So that I'm going to do that in these next 2 weeks. And I'm going to,
I'm feeling that.
You know what I mean? Like, I like the January, like energy of like, and you're inside. I mean, not for you maybe, but like for us, it's like freezing cold in New York. So it's like, inside, cozy, like it gets dark early. So people aren't out until, I mean, I'll be out till whenever, but like people aren't out like doing normal stuff at like 8 p.m. It's like you're either going to dinner and going out with your friends or you're not. You know what I mean? So it's like being insular, very like, you know, introspective during this time. I feel very like, you know, like cocooning a little bit and like getting my shit together, getting my ducks in a row, as I like to say.
Okay.
You know,
I'm looking forward to a weekend this month in Dallas on a ranch with my friend for her birthday. And one night is a theme night. And I think the theme night is American Glory. Like we have to be in full American regalia. And then the next night there's a band, like a karaoke band. It might be the weekend of my life.
Yeah, you're going to die. You should dress up as Uncle Sam. Could you have a beard?
Oh, I'll do it.
Get an Uncle Sam costume. I think that'd be so fucking funny if you were Uncle Sam with like a beard and a wig.
I'll do it.
Karaoke band, it's game over.
It's
game
like
over.
It's a weekend of dreams.
game motherfucking over for you, by the way.
Well, this is my friend that we have been doing karaoke for decades together. And sometimes she'll bring props with her and like in a bag. And it's like one of those witch bags where you just keep bringing things out.
Like things keep coming out.
America by Neil Diamond, she will perform. And then all of a sudden she'll have this large flag on stage and then somehow start crowd surfing on her back.
No.
Yes.
Kate.
No, it is amazing. Like we've been doing this for decades. Like there's no better time in our lives.
Dear God in heaven.
We were in our 20s. We went roller skating for her birthday one year. I threw a birthday party at a roller skating rink. And the theme was like disco. We get there and our friend Sparky is like already on the roller skating rink and he's got a wig on and he's got glasses on, but one of the lenses is out.
No.
And he's just skating by himself. Anyway, we got kicked out because her wig fell on the rink and they said it was a skating hazard.
Yeah.
She went to a roller skating party one time, even before that. And it was like an 80s theme. And she had like Stonewashed jeans, whole deal. And this modeling scout came up to her and gave her a card. And he was like, you've got the look you're looking for. She's like, I'm in a costume.
My God.
Too good.
That's what we did. Wait, what did we do? For New Jersey, we did an 80s themed roller skate, right? When Margaret broke her wrist. Yeah.
I know.
That was the last time that I was at a roller rink. It was then.
A great tragedy of the roller skating tragedy of what year?
And then she held her hand like this the whole time. She'll tell you. I used to make fun of her because she'd hold her hand up like this and do like a little claw, but then she had a cast on. Yeah. And so then she would be like, and she'd be talking, and then I'd be like making fun. I would like do my impression of her, but I'd have the arm up like this, and it was so funny. We were like dying.
See, if I were on that cast, I would be like, let's do a roller skating race. Let's do tricks. You know, let's
but then she broke her, and then we got an injury, and then it's like, we were like, okay, we can't do physical things anymore.
All of those women, I don't think their fun vibe is high enough for me. They were too worried about like just looking cute. I would want to be with people that are like, no, let's take this where we're supposed to go.
And like do like roller derby. You want to do like roller derby. Like slamming people into the wall. Yeah.
That, and then like a couple skate where it's like you're crossing over, you know, your foot and you're doing these tricks. Like you're going down on like one knee with one leg straight out.
Oh, brother. Did your kids have a roller skating party? Like, did you ever?
Party? Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you're a whole family of roller skaters.
Oh, they love it. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of, what are we gonna...
I will go to parties and I will text my friends at the roller skating parties and say, I am not above beating these kids in the race.
No, of course you're not.
And then cut to me at the rink, like zipping by.
Like a 6-year-old, like pushing them down. Again, roller derby. Like,
yes.
Speaking of your children, what we have to plan, my surprise. In my mind, I'm just going to show up to your house and they have no idea that I'm coming. And I just like walk in the front door and I'm like, hi. Like, what are we doing? Are we doing that?
Well, we could do that. Or you could just be at a makeup store, like the Ulta.
Oh, and you like have the girls and then I'm just there and I just turn around.
If we knew somebody here who could really help us like talk about eyeliner and then you walk around with a basket. And did somebody call me?
Yeah, and we just like bamboozle them in person. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Or like we could redo New York where we go to lunch and you and I drink mimosas. Well, minus the orange juice, but
I do want to do that.
Yeah.
I do want to do that, but yeah.
Well, we got to do something.
Okay, we'll do something. Yeah. But we have to, regardless, I need to see your children. My siblings.
Anyway. We're gathered here today because over the holiday, I watched 2 different things. The first is the Kardashians. I caught up on all the episodes and I know you don't watch it, so I'm going to tell you what happened.
I know, but someone was telling me like what was going on and I was like, do I need to go back in? I was thinking about it. I'm not going to lie to you. And you know, I'm like so over them, but like,
yeah,
it was sounding good.
Well, the first thing is that Kim failed the bar.
Yeah.
And I watched a lot of TikToks about this. And what I've come to the conclusion of is this. The collective thought is, and a lot of the people on TikTok and Instagram are lawyers. And they had their and I was like, I'm going to go to them. I want to know what they think. Mm-hmm. And the general consensus is, because she didn't go to a 4-year college, it is incredibly difficult to achieve any of this. Because the 4-year degree process teaches you study skills. And even though she went through this program that it's supposed to be 4 years, she took 6. She lacks probably a lot of the necessary study skills that make the process of preparing for the bar and taking the bar.
Did she go to undergrad? Like, no, right?
Nothing. She's like got an aneurysm waiting to burst.
And again, people are like fighting to pass the bar because they're like, this has to unlock like my career. Like I need to like make my living of my life on the fact that I'm going to be a lawyer. She does not need to do that. And so
some wonder if she's even taking it seriously because she does this television show, The Kardashians, and then she did All's Fair. Then of course she has the stress of a crazy ex-husband.
And she has 9,000 businesses.
Yeah, so it's like, is this realistic?
Like Skims is like a humongous, when it started, I was like, oh, okay, like, haha. It's like now a humongous brand. Like it's not like, I mean, didn't you have Shoe Dazzle? Wasn't that hers like back in the day? Where's Shoe Dazzle now? Nowhere. You know what I mean? But like, and it was good. She made money off of it. She's a very smart person. She's not an idiot, but like, it was like Skims is a humongous, like Skims is a name. You know what I mean? Like Skims is its own thing outside of her. That's like a huge, like, again, I've said it 6,000 times, but walking down the street on Fifth Avenue and I'm like looking at the Cartier store that's like all dressed up for Christmas and is so beautiful and has been there since like the dawn of time. And then right next door to it is a Skims store that's 4 levels and probably cost
bajonkers.
$50,000 or $50 million just in the real estate of it alone. Do you know what I mean? She's running a real empire. You know what I mean? Like it's the humongous brand. So it's like, why does she want to be a lawyer?
I think because she put it out there in the world.
And now she has to.
And now she has to, in her own mind. If she's announced tomorrow, you know what? I'm going to look at this as it was a great experience that prepared me for this role playing an attorney. And people will go, fine. But I don't think she can let go of it. Also, I'm like, everything that you do is easy. Meaning everything that she does, she has enormous help.
And resources.
Yeah. And this is the one thing, even though she went through this apprentice program, like this is all on her.
Yes. And her money can't unlock the door of it for her.
Correct.
It's a merit-based thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's why.
Which we will get to that theme when we talk about Heated Rivalry, because that was a lot of the ending of the show. Hassan and I were like, but you're famous and rich. So like, anyway, continue.
But truly, so I think the collective feeling from the lawyers was that you didn't really have the correct preparation by not doing a 4-year program. And also you didn't take it seriously.
And you're not
people online
sleeping
are like,
and breathing it.
All I did was study for 2 months after all of that, all of that.
Yeah, going through law school. Yeah.
And then the other thing was, yes, Kim, everybody has to work really hard. And this is the one thing you couldn't use your resources and your money to easily fix.
Well, on our show, we joked, I was like, why can't she just like pay someone to take the test for her? But then I'm like, well, but she's so famous that everyone will know that it's not her.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's what really hurts you.
Blues it up.
Is
right.
that she can't, because they're like, you're not Kim Kardashian. Like this random like girl that's coming in to do it. You know what I mean? Like
she also
her fame's actually biting her in the butt there.
She also said 4 psychics told me that I would pass it. And then I was like, yes, because you encircle yourself by people who won't tell you the truth about anything.
And they're like, that'll
even
be
the
$75,000, please.
Yeah.
And she's like, here you go.
She's like, am I going to pass the bar? And they're like, well, I want to get a reading for Chloe and Courtney and Chris. So I'm just going to tell her what she wants to hear.
Of course.
I'd be like,
and like, am I going to pass the bar today or in the future? You never, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Zoinks. The new year brings advice from every corner. Your feed, your group chat, even your barista. Everybody thinks they're a therapist. But here's the thing. Advice isn't therapy. Grow Therapy connects you to licensed professionals who actually get you. Therapy is too expensive used to be the end of the conversation. But what if it didn't have to be? With Grow Therapy, care is designed to be affordable, insurance-friendly, and easy to understand. No subscriptions, just support that fits your life and your budget. Whether it's your first time in therapy or your 50th, Grow makes it easier to find a therapist who fits you, not the other way around. And they connect you with thousands of independent licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. And you can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. And if something comes up, you can cancel up to 24 hours in advance at no cost. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session, and Grow helps you find therapy on your time. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/Kate Casey today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/Kate Casey. growtherapy.com/Kate Casey. Availability and coverage can vary state by state and insurance plan. I've been so excited about updating some of the rooms in my house. You know how you get inspiration from trips? I saw the most beautiful wallpaper with colorful birds last month, and now I'm obsessively thinking about refreshing my daughter's bedrooms. Wayfair is the ideal place to make this happen. Not only do they have bedding basics, they also have furniture and home decor. You can find desks, chairs, bookcases, faux plants, accent pillows, mirrors, and more. And it's so convenient too. Wayfair's huge selection, it's pretty astounding, of home decor items makes it easy to find exactly what's right for you and at a great price point. Everything that you want for your budget. Who's joining me on a room refresh? Get organized, refreshed, and back on track this new year for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. The other thing that I need to tell you is that I am concerned for Courtney. I think she's in a bad relationship. I'm going to tell you why.
With Travi, or whatever.
I feel like she has completely isolated herself. And I think he's convinced her, your family doesn't really like you. They don't support you. They clearly don't support us. I think they like Scott better than you, which, by the way, they probably do.
They do.
Because he's fun.
Even though
filming
he's
a TV show he'll participate in.
Go rewind those tapes, and he was an absolute monster, abusive person to her the whole relationship. Never forget when he put the money in the waiter's mouth and punched the mirror and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, continue. Beautiful television. Anyway, continue. She always was the odd one out, though, wasn't she?
Yeah, I feel like she's so mad still about her mom cheating on her dad. Can't let it go. Can't let it go. I know. But then she was with Scott, who cheated on her. And now she's with Travis, and I feel like he has isolated her, and I think he's very controlling. There's this one scene where she has to go to some race that he does every year, and she just wants to stay in the Sprinter van. And he insists that she goes on the run with him and holds her hand the whole time. Remember when Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes used to run through New York City holding hands with their matching outfits?
Hit me with a car.
It was the same thing.
Yeah.
She dresses like him now. She doesn't want to leave the house.
Well, remember
she
their
looks like she
wedding?
sleeps all the time.
Remember their wedding that was called Death Do, or
Death
Do Was Until Death Do Us Part or whatever.
Aesthetic.
That was his aesthetic, and she turned into a rocker chick, and then they all started dressing that way, and then that became cool because they were dressing that way. And then that's the thing is whichever way the wind blows is what she...
Yeah, I doubt she's even into music. I mean, before this, she probably listened to Celine Dion and Barry Manilow. And then all of a sudden she's with this rock star and she's wearing his clothes and she's wanting to be at home with the baby all the time. Meanwhile, the child is 2 years old. And anywhere she goes, she's like, I have to leave in 2.5 hours. I have to breastfeed. Having 5 children, I will tell you this. As they get older, they don't need your breast milk. You are not... a newborn.
Well, so that's her excuse to just not film.
That's exactly. Totally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Please don't even explain. We're done. You don't even need to explain that. That's her excuse to leave the scene after 2 hours.
But I also think it's because he doesn't want her to participate. He wants her at home. Now, also go back in history. Remember his first wife was Shayna Moakler, and his whole grief with her. She was always in bed and meeting the Barkers. He was like, she's lazy. She's not a great mom. By the way, I did interview Shayna Moakler. I went to her house. And she was asleep when I got there. No. And I was like, what is going on? But now it makes me feel like the residual effects of being with him is that it makes these women feel like they're alone and they have to isolate themselves. He must do some mind trickery. I don't know. I think we need to save her, but she doesn't want to be saved. She's also a beat behind everybody.
Yeah.
She's not as quick as them.
She's a beat behind. She's also like not, again, like when her, I remember, didn't they like get in a fist fight because Kim was like, you need to like actually work. And like, I'm like actually working and you're lazy.
Yeah.
I want her to do whatever she wants to do. And like, Kim never needs to work again a day in her life and she'll be fine. But she wants to do it because she wants to do all this stuff. I don't think Courtney does. I think Courtney's like, we are rich. We have all this money.
Maybe.
If I want to do like one campaign with something, I'll get paid so much money and then I'll just be done. And I can just do that I can work 1 week a year and be good. But like, and so it's like, I think within the show, it looks like she's like lazy and like doesn't want to do anything. But she's like, I don't need to work. Like, she's like, we did it.
Yeah.
Like, we've been doing this show for 9 million years. We had so many things. Like, remember, like Poosh?
Right.
It was going to be like her thing. And now she like randomly is doing like remember she did like a vaginal lollipop thing or whatever it was?
I mean, the truth is, if you have 6 kids, you're going to have one that's like, I don't really want to work. I want to like hang out in the backyard with the slip and slide.
And she's like, I want to be with my kids. And it's like, that's cool. Okay.
But at the same time...
But also you can't... But again, you got to be delivering for the show.
You got to be delivering. And they're like the housewives where they're like, well, you need to show up to film because we've been, doing more than you. And we're sick of taking all the heat.
Yeah. When they got that huge contract, I mean, remember when they signed for Hulu, it was like the biggest deal ever. Right? It wasn't like $100 million. Like it was like a staggering amount of money. And so like...
Did you know that Travis originally had a crush on Kim?
Of course he did.
Yowza. I would have a problem if I found out that my sister's now husband had a crush on me. I'd be like, huh?
But also like, isn't that ever, I don't know.
I think that Kim and Chloe and Kylie and maybe Kendall really don't like Travis. That sucks. So anyway, my point is that's why I'm watching the show because that's relatable. That
and also,
you've got a sibling and you can't stand the husband.
And also, I feel like too, and they're like again with this. You know what I mean? Remember, like
here
when
he
Lamar
is with his outfits and his chains.
but I'm saying like they already had to go through Scott and deal with that back in the day. Remember, you know what I mean? Like they really had to deal with him the whole time. Yeah. Now she's like, oh, you're doing the exact same thing again, you dumb bitch. Like you know what I mean? Like they're just like.
I know, but then they also have Scott come over and they do this scene where...
And they love him and they're like having the best time with him. And Courtney's blood is probably boiling the whole time. Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, there was something else. I can't remember the other. There was some friend texted me. It was like, there was a scene that was like so crazy and it was good or something. I don't know. But I don't remember.
But by the way, Kylie's dating Timothée Chalamet and he's never on the show. And I find that fascinating. She has so much power. She's like, you guys can't talk about my life.
No. But Dominic says he needs Timothée Chalamet to get the Oscar for Marty Supreme because he said he already has one foot on a carpet made of banana peels because he's dating Kylie Jenner. he said that they're about to suck the life out of him and he needs to get that Oscar beforehand or it's going to be like he's going to fight the rest of his career to get it and never get it because of like
that's what I've heard.
Damage that will be done to him.
I've heard that he hasn't received it because of his relationship with her.
No, but apparently this movie's really good. So I feel like
isn't it about like a ping pong player?
A ping pong player. Yeah.
I don't know.
I know I've saw many people that like will say like this was terrible. They're like, I really liked it.
They watched it?
They saw it in the theater.
Okay. Because this sounds like a stretch.
I think it's like ping pong is there, but it's about like perseverance and all this. Like I think it's like about the person, but it's like he's a ping pong person, but it's actually like an uplifting story about like getting through I don't know.
Okay, so if I'm an actress and then people are like, you should see KKC in this incredible story of a karaoke lounge singer, you would go, that sounds stupid.
Well, isn't that the fucking that Hugh Jackman and what's her name are in that movie that's like a Neil Diamond cover band? Isn't that what the movie is?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know, but is that good?
Exists.
Has anybody seen it?
No, apparently the one son is like mad at them or something. I don't know. I don't want to see it. I saw so many previews of it and I was like,
saw the trailer
and I thought,
I just can't do this.
Yeah, it's going to be a no for me, dog. But I do want to see Marty Supreme. And our girl Goop is in it.
Okay.
Gwyneth coming back to us. She's a good actor.
Wait, do they make out in the movie?
I hope not, but probably.
Because if that happens, I don't know if I can do that.
I'll watch it and report back.
Yeah, it's hard for me to watch movies, but I did watch a scripted television show that we're about to talk about because
surprisingly,
people were going crazy when I was away and telling me this is the greatest show that's ever happened. So Dan took the kids skiing. Mia went to Times Square with her friend for New Year's, and I was at home with only 2 children. Yeah,
she was here.
She was here in the city.
and didn't text me or call me or DM me, confronting her about this in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because the day after she went to the museums.
Yeah, I love the museum.
Okay.
What do I need to do? And I'm here every day. I can do whatever. Like, what does it matter?
Okay. So anyway, I was home with the two girls, and of course they go to sleep early. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch this. So Heated Rivalry.
Did you have any idea what you were getting yourself into sexually?
I was like given a heads up. So
yeah, sure.
I was like, okay. The first 2 episodes, I thought, this is like full on porn.
Yeah. It is. When they first have sex for the first time and it's like a montage of him getting just like railed out the whole time is incredible.
And I was like, okay, this is not what I expected. And I was sort of like, when you just like you have your head turned to the side. And I thought,
like,
is there actually like story in this? Or it's like people are so starved for intimacy during the holiday season. Like this is like everything that they've ever wanted. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I can't go there. Like, I don't know if I can go to episode 3. So I took a day. My friend Emily
because you saw a lot. You saw a lot. You saw a lot in 2 episodes.
Emily is insane about this series. She's watching TikTok. She's watching Instagram. She knows everything about the plot, the books, the actors. She can't stop talking about it. And she's like, you have to stay the course. So then I get into episode 3 and then they show other characters. And I was like, okay, like this is a little bit more my speed. So I feel like for somebody who's going to begin this process, we need to alert them that it's like heavy on the situation. They're getting down to get down.
Okay. So I want to just start before we even get there. There is a wave in this country of people that are reading these smut books and it's like out of control, in the sense that like people like fly through all these books. I'm seeing people post about them. There's so many different ones that there's so many. It's a humongous market for women. Mm-hmm. Like huge.
Yeah.
Like all my friends in my book club are reading them. They love them. They're so sexual. It's like the romance, like the old school, like Fabio on the cover romance novel where it's like the stable guy like bangs out the princess and like, you know what I mean?
Well,
it's that.
When I went to Harrisburg Airport, I did see Amish books like this, which I found very perplexing.
That's insane. Yeah.
You did alert me that there is this whole wave of books.
And there's like, it's romantasy is what they call it. And so it's these fantasy romance novels where there's then like this like, who Sarah Wendell should come on and talk all about this because that's like her thing. I'm going to set you up with her because she's going to actually really like give you the situation. But like, it's romantasy, and there it's like, okay, like a fairy and an ogre, have like a 3-way with like a dragon, and then like they're all pregnant. Like and like people are eating these books up. So like know that like this one of like 2 closeted famous hockey players like secretly banging is like the G-rated version of like what some of these books are.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Know that we're in theory reality when we're in this universe versus like, again, one of them is like 2 ogres that work at a potion shop that have like sexual tension and then like bang each other until like one of them dies. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's one that exists. I'm not joking about that.
Well, I feel like the theme is like, it's the build up, right? And
yeah,
so
of course.
So it's like layered characters and then it's time and the build. Finally, there's the build up. I also think there is a theme to this that women really enjoy, which is like rescuing the bad boy.
Of course. Give me a break.
By the way, I'm not interested in that. Never happened.
I mean, I'm going to be coming down hard on it. And I preface this all because all my friends were like, what did you think of it? Oh my God, did you watch it yet? And we're like, we haven't watched it yet.
Well, you know what they think? They think you were at home crying, clutching Hassan's hand.
Yeah. And
that you've turned to him and you're like, we are going down to City Hall right now and making this happen.
And sadly, that's not that's not what happened. And I prefaced all my friends, I said, who are all women that are begging me to watch this? And I said, I need you to know that this is a show that's made for women. It's not made for gay men, period. And I was like, that's fine. And we just need to all live in that reality because it's actually not made for me, a gay man.
Yeah. Well, I feel that way about Sex and the City because Sex and the City was not written by women. It was written by gay men. So when I meet or speak to a gay man and they want to talk to me about Sex and the City, it's like, I don't know anybody who's like that. Any of those characters, all the situations that's written by a gay man for gay men.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's the same thing.
Yes.
But it's like, and so all this to say, where do you want to go?
Wait, if Samantha from Sex and the City met Ilya from Heated Rivalry, would the world explode?
She would be, I mean, like, honestly, I mean, is he not Smith Jared, basically?
Yes.
Like, he kind of is.
Yes. Well,
because wasn't he like, what was Smith Jared? Was he just like American? Wasn't he foreign?
No, he was American. He was like a model, just like an American.
No, I was thinking he was like Swedish.
But they look alike.
He was just like blonde.
He was like blonde and looked like a hockey player.
But like he is Smith Jared, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the show is good. It's by the way, softcore porn is what it is. It is Skinamax.
Yes,
like
it's Skinamax. Thank you.
There are scenes where we have transitions from one scene of a man being anally wrecked to then like us coming, knowing that time has passed and he's still being taken from behind. Do you know what I mean? Like, like that will be a part of the viewing this show, which again, God bless. You know what I mean? And they're both so hot and they're both like, it's the sex scenes are banging. So like, if that's what you want.
Bodies be banging.
Bodies be banging. Sorry to say, they're both really cute. They're both handsome. Their bodies are crazy and they're banging it out. So
I will say one thing that I think women appreciate about it is in all of the scenes, it's all like consensual. There's an ask. Can we do this? And I think women appreciate that.
Yes. There's a whole discourse that I'm not even touching about like how it's like women feel safe with this because it's like two men and they're like, blah, 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 that I'm like, I'm not here. Like, I'm not the person that should be explaining this, you know what I mean? Kind of thing, especially as a man. Like, so there's a whole like discourse on the internet about how it's like, this is actually like safe because there's no woman like being threatened or like having it being like danger. And like also, the danger is like, are they going to find out that we're gay? Which is like the part that like makes me upset about it. But like for women, they're like, this is so fun, you know?
Another thing is women appreciate that they're not doing the emotional work, the heavy load. It's like refreshing to see, you know, someone of another gender and how their relationship dynamics.
They're forlorn about love. Yes.
And they're both on the same page and all of this. I can see
and they're in the same situation, whereas like just like biologically, men and women like often aren't in the same situation when they're like when they're doing their meeting of the minds and genitals. Does that make sense?
Yes. Also, there's complete equality. They're both in the same field. They're both, players at a peak level.
The power dynamic is mostly the same. I would say.
So for all those reasons, I think that they feel like this is like a sweet love story, and I think that the acting is superb, especially Connor, who plays Ilya. I mean, the fact that he was playing a Russian with that accent is superb.
No, he did great.
I do feel like this is a wake-up call to Hollywood that can we please continue to have unknown actors? You don't need influencers or, the most likely if that had been made in America, it would have been like, get Russell Crowe. We'll just do it.
It would have been like Pedro Pascal and like...
Can we get some new people? So I like that. Now, of course, I'm afraid they're going to put these two in everything, and then you're going to be
100%.
Like, oh God,
100%. They'll be in stuff. They'll be in some stuff. Which
like, I feel like the guy Connor could play in period pieces. Like he could play a wide range of roles. The other one, I'm not sure because his character is so contained,
insular.
And then in interviews he said I was forced to be so contained for that character, and I'm not like that. In my, in my normal life.
But it was good because he was the one that was so scared about coming out. Whereas like so many other people knew about the Russian Ilya's character. Like, so people knew that he was up to stuff and he's the one that's like the aggressor at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And so that's like, I liked that actually, that he was more subdued because he was so nervous he was like, so like when he's like telling the roommate, like, I'm just gonna, what's my excuse to get out of here to go bang another man? And I think I was like, I don't give a fuck where you're going, just leave. Like, remember, like the roommate is so funny. Like, and he keeps doing it. And it's like, you don't need to have a seat. Like, I don't care. Do whatever you want. And it's like, but he's
but in his head. Yeah.
Yeah.
That made me sad when you said that to me, in the year 2026, I really don't want to see stories of men that have to keep from everybody their truth.
The climax of okay, spoiler. Which, can I do this? Can I spoiler it or no?
Yeah.
Like, spoiler, the climax of the series is that he finally comes out to his parents, which is like, to me, just the biggest like, wah, 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 like, period. You know what I mean? Like, it is such a wah wah to me. But again, that's me watching this already from the beginning being like, it's annoying that this has to,
right.
This story that's getting so much attention is still about people like struggling to come out of the closet. And that is like often, I mean, I'm belaboring a point that has been belabored for decades, that is like every gay character on TV is either the gay sassy best friend or closeted and like tormented by their sexuality.
Yeah.
Or dying of AIDS.
Right.
Or like can't succeed in their life because they're like so devastated by, you know what I mean? Like devastated by their like, their sexuality, or they're being hate crimed. And that's like the point of it, is that they get like attacked.
Yeah.
And so it's like sad. And especially even these men who are, and again, there's a whole other conversation to be talked about with like, it's in professional sports, homophobia is rampant and accepted in every single way all the time. Still to this day, if someone comes out of the closet, which again, we see in the show, one of the older, very hot hockey players like decides to come out in this very public way. And it's the biggest news story of all time, blah, blah, blah. That still is a humongous news story whenever when a professional athlete comes out as queer. And it's like, it's not made for me.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see this story and be like, and everyone's like, didn't you cry at the end? I was like, no.
Yeah.
He finally tells his mom that he's gay, and they're like, yeah, we thought so. And like, we still love you because you're our fucking gravy train.
Well, I know that mom was like,
I love the mom.
And she's like, oh, let's call Rolex.
She's like, we'll call Rolex. I was like, you're a bitch. It was so good. I loved it. She was so great. And I loved seeing Dylan Walsh from Nip Tuck.
Yes, he was good.
He didn't have much to do, but like...
No. He was always three steps behind the mom.
Well, of course, there you go. But that was great. Loved it, you know. I'll get off my soapbox soon. But yeah, there was a show on HBO called Looking that was on HBO. And it was made after Girls became so popular and became like a cultural phenomenon. And it was like a gay version of Girls is kind of what they billed it as. And they were these like 4 gay men and kind of like a gay Sex and the City-esque, but modern for like 2015, 2014. And it was these gay men all living in San Francisco, and it's all their personal stories. And then also like their like it was Sex and the City / Girls, like for gay men. And even though every single one of the characters was so fucking annoying, and I hate watched the show, I responded so well to the show. And every gay guy watched it, even though they were like, these fucking men, I want to wring their necks because they're so annoying and like can't get out of their own way in the show. Kind of like in Girls. Like in Girls, she's always like getting in her own way. They're so getting in their own way. But every gay guy watched it because it was like, finally, there is a show where we are just living our lives. We're not having to like storm the like steps of the Lincoln Memorial to get like the government to like try to fund AIDS research. We're not like being hate crimed in the street every day. No one's coming out of the closet. No one's having to like go to their family and like maybe get disowned because of their sexuality. It was just about gay men and
living
like,
their lives
and like getting in situations and like going on the dating apps and like cruising and like hooking up with guys in bathrooms and like having their job and then having their boss that is like flirting with them. And they're like, should I fuck my boss or not? Like all the things that would happen in like Sex and the City where like Samantha's like, should I blow this UPS driver or not? You know what I mean? Like,
but by the way, I don't know anybody who's like that. I do not know. I know a lot of women. No woman would ever be like that.
I know, but I loved it. Again, but it's like, should I, you know what I mean? Like whatever, like just doing stuff and it being like them living their lives, dating, getting in relationships. One of the couples like was the one wanted to open up their relationship because he really didn't want to be with his partner anymore, which was very like cutting edge at that time. It was and we responded so well to it. Gay men responded so well to it because it was finally just a show about gay men and like their stories. And it had the HBO lens on it. So it was very well shot. It was very well acted. Yep. Burry Martlett, Murray Bartlett. Yeah.
Burry Martlett.
it was one of his like roles that I remember him from before White Lotus, before he became this big thing. Like he was like the older guy that was like still really hot, but kind of like had Peter Pan syndrome. It was such a good show. And again, I was like, I can't stand any of them. They're so annoying, but like I loved watching it because it was fun. It felt so refreshing. And this show is not that.
No.
It was, again, still like the whole time they're like figuring out like, how are we going to come out of the closet? Which again, I do understand because of the sports of it all. But it's a thing where it's like, you're both famous, extremely wealthy. And if neither of you wanted to play hockey ever again and then just go live in that cottage and bang each other for the rest of your days, you could.
Yeah.
Like, right. It's not someone who's like, my family's going to disown me and I'll be out on the street. Like,
right.
They're paying for their entire family's lives, as we see in the, when he goes back to Russia for the funeral and then is like disowning his brother. He's like, you're a fucking piece of shit. Bye.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're finally going to be together now. Like, cause I was like, okay, he's free of his family in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's, I don't know. There's something about it. Yes, the whole sexual thing of it was great, but the moral of the story of being like, even the most resourceful person with the most privilege on this planet can't come out of the closet because it's too scary is going to be a no for me, dog. If you have kids, don't watch the show because it's not NSFW.
No. Yes, absolutely. Fair warning again. Just
they need to be in bed because they're about to see things they never thought that they'd ever see on the TV screen.
I did feel at the end, I was like, this is where it ends. But then, I think that they made this for Crave TV and then HBO Max bought it and they didn't expect it to be this huge hit.
So at all. At all. They thought it was going to be this like
get pen to paper and get moving, and so that they can. I'm sure they're getting so much pressure to make it just kind of like White Lotus.
I think they've already said that they're going to make another season. I'm pretty sure. I mean, why wouldn't they? And in theory, it really does them like figuring out how they're going to be together and come out is actually like good. Like a good storyline. But again, I don't want the whole thing to be them like arguing about how they're going to like be in the closet still. It's like, I'm over it.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, anything else people we need to watch?
Oh, I don't know. If you want to see me in Beat Bobby Flay Holiday Throwdown, all the episodes are out now.
Nice.
I make a ton of cameos in that show. I'm trying to think of what else I'm watching. I'm going back and watching Industry on HBO because their fourth season is coming out soon, and I never got to the third season, and it's such a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, and it reminds me of old HBO, and it's like weird, and it's kind of there's times where there's scenes, and I was like, why did I see that? But it's like good, and the music is so good, and the people are good. I'm rewatching that, and then what are my other shows? What am I doing? What are my shows? Other than our usual, The Housewives, etc. I was watching Fallout on Amazon. The first season was really good. The second season is so boring.
Oh no, I hate that.
And we were watching it the other day, and Son and I were both like, I'm bored. Like I was like, what's happening? He's like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
And it was like really boring. You know what is good? You know what's really delivering? Palm Royale on Apple TV with Kristen Wiig and Allison Janney is so fucking good in it. I mean, she's good in everything, but like, oh my God, is she good in this? And Ricky Martin is so good in it. Everyone in it is great. Like, it's funny. We're laughing the whole time. It's serious. There's drama. There's action. It's like melodramatic, and then it's very serious at times. It is. I'm surprised for an Apple TV show, which most of them I'm like, what is this? I'm a barrel of laughs and so much fun, and their costumes are amazing. It's like a mystery. There's so much like mystery about it, and like lots of good twists and turns. Aya Gerber is the most beautiful person that is walking on this earth, and they give her a lot to do in the second season, and she's so fun, and she does great. Everyone in it's great.
Okay,
and Kristen Wiig is like beyond amazing in it.
Now, a lot of people have asked me if you were going to review Members Only Palm Beach. And you actually...
I shot something that never went through that with a few of the people on the show. So I feel like I shouldn't.
Yeah,
and I honestly don't have, I'm like, do I need to watch it?
Right.
doing it. I just really don't need to. Do I need to see
Well,
this?
I feel like it's like when you work on something, it kind of, you wouldn't have interest in it.
I can't be as fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If I know some of the people,
Right.
I like can't be as fun and just like let it rip. I'll be like nervous about the way that they,
Yeah, it's more fun when you can be completely objective.
But I will say, here's what I'll give you about members of Life Beach. I would love to hear if any of these people are in the Blue Book. I would love to first know if they live in Palm Beach proper or if they live in West Palm first and foremost, because that is a distinction. And we can trace that all the way back to Tinsley and Luann.
Yeah.
And when she's like, I'm in Palm Beach, and Tinsley goes, West Palm. And that was like a slam. 2, are any of these people on this show in the Blue Book is my question. And I'll explain what the Blue Book is for 1 second. The Blue Book is a like legacy thing where all of the legacy families and all the people that like go to the charity, because in the winter right now in Palm Beach, it is the start of gala season. And they all have these charities that they do, and they do these galas, and they go around and they like invite everyone to their different galas, and they raise their money for their charities. And that's like that's like what all the society people do, period.
Right.
The Blue Book is this little book that this guy would amass together. And it's like this master contact list.
Okay.
Of all the people. Oh, funny enough, in Palm Royale, the Carol Burnett's character has her like Lorna's Rolodex, and they all want Lorna's Rolodex. That is basically the Blue Book. Is that it's this book that has their contact, like the person's name, their contact information, their address, what like if they own like a boat, if they own like other address, if they have all their real estate and like their holdings is in this book. And it's their contact information, so that if you want to invite someone to your gala, you can have their contact information. And it's this elite thing that gets published every year. Tinsley's family was in the Blue Book. And it's like, these are the people that like actually contribute to charities and are like the real people that are like running Palm Beach.
Right.
And I would love to hear if anyone on this show is in the Blue Book currently today.
I'm going to go with no.
Because I'm going to say no.
Yeah. That's
based
a no.
Looks alone based. I'm going to say no.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yep. Rest assured, I'll have a whole episode about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to pop?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I don't. No. Okay.
There's some
Netflix is losing me with the ensemble cast shows after Selling Sunset. Ruh-roh.
They need to circle back with some new projects.
What's going to happen with that?
I don't know.
Are they done? Is it just done?
No. They'll do some tweaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell everybody what you're working on right now.
Oh, we're about to start the year off. We're going to be fixing Cameron Diaz this week with Mary from Two Judgy Girls. And we are... What else are we doing? Patreon's popping. We just hit 150 episodes as of last week, and we're about to hit 1 million downloads. And
yeah, boy.
So many people. Yeah. And for a podcast that only does one episode a week.
That's amazing.
Publicly, I feel like I'm very proud of that. And I have you to thank for it, obviously. So many of your listeners have become ours. And as I always tell you, I'm eternally grateful. But it's crazy that we're about to hit our 3rd year mark in March. We'll be 3 years from us launching it. And to have 1 million downloads, like before we hit that, is really crazy.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. And the episodes are endlessly funny.
Thank you.
Well done. Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at the Chris DeRosa, and you can find my show at Fixing Famous People anywhere you find podcasts.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
I want to thank my great guest, Chris, and remind you to make sure that you click subscribe. Please leave a 5-star review. Join the Facebook group Reality Life with KKC. You want to get bonus episodes. Do not miss out, especially with my series with Mary Payne called Tell Me Everything. You guys, the best episodes. They're so funny. And we always talk about scandals and stories. You can find that on Patreon at patreon.com/KKC. And on Apple Podcast, I have also bonus episodes. And then my what to watch list is at katecasey.substack.com. Make sure that you follow me on social media so you can see what I've got going on all week. You can follow me on Instagram at @KKCCA, TikTok it's KKC, and Twitter Threads and Blue Sky at @KKC. Check back tomorrow for an all-new episode.